Hello. So yes, it has been a few days since the last video. Just a relaxing few days. Jack had a sleepover at my mum and dad's. Then my sister came for a sleepover at our house to spend time with Jack, and my partner's just had crazy shifts at work. So we've been all over the place. Jack's in bed just now. I managed to put him down. He did go down a wee bit early, about just after 7 or about 5 to 7ish. But with the heat and stuff like that, he with the heat and that, he woke back up. His wee cheeks were all red and stuff. So I managed to put the fan on in his room, not obviously directly at him, but like around other places in his room, just so it would cool down. So then I just went in and soothed him a wee bit, and he cooled down. So now he's sleeping, which is really cute. So he's had his bath and all that as well, and just a wee to sleep. I'm probably gonna. I've got still got the jammies on that I had on like last night. I need to get a wee wash and do that. I need to do my hair at some point, maybe tomorrow if I can. This spot is absolutely fucking killing me. I think it's trying to like build a house and rent it out my fucking forehead. It's killing me. But yeah, so it's been a relaxing quite like few days. I've been feeling a wee bit better. There's been a couple of wee things like I've been struggling with. Obviously Jack's stomach's obviously getting used to all the weaning, like the purees and stuff we're giving him. So obviously he's like struggling to poo a wee bit, and it's quite hard to see. So that's a wee bit hard for me to watch. And obviously with the weather, like the warm weather, we're trying to keep him nice and cool, because obviously Jack really really doesn't like to be too warm. We found that out. That was fun. Yeah, so he doesn't like to be too warm. So we're trying to adapt and make things a wee bit better for him, make it more enjoyable. But yeah, I've been alright. I did have a wee bit of I wouldn't even say like, it wasn't a bad day or anything, but my niece had posted a wee sort of picture on Instagram, and it was from like a parenting, what's it called? Like a parenting page. And it kind of hit me right in the feels, and I had to repost it. Like it pure hit me in the feels, and it was basically something along the lines of, it said, as a parent, the hardest thing is like taking care of your kids and forgetting to enjoy them. And it totally, I was like, wow, like that got me there, because it's totally true. Like I feel a lot, especially with Jack, I feel like this is a job. I know it's not a job, right? But and like we have a rota, and it's like gets up at this time, feeds at this time, gets a bobo, and they'll go down for a nap between touches, and then he gets his porridge, and I'm just like, I'm too busy focusing on that and trying to be a good mum and making sure he's got all the things that he needs, and that I'm doing everything at the right stages, and like I'm overthinking things and focusing on other things, whereas I should be focusing on like wee things and just enjoying having him. Like even tonight when I was putting him down to sleep, he started doing this thing. I call it like a wandering hand, like a wandering arm and hand. So he just sort of like, one hand's obviously curried under like my arm, and I've got him like sort of curried in to get to sleep. And like he's dozing off or whatever, or he's just so chill. And then this arm just sort of like floats about, and it's touching his tummy, like scratching, no scratching his head, but like touching his head, touching his hair, cheeks and whatever. So then he started doing this thing where he does it to me. He doesn't like do that to me, but he's like, he like touches my nose, my mouth, my cheeks. So then I was like, tonight I had to say to him, mummy's nose. And then I was pointing to him and saying Jack's nose. And then I've gone mummy's mouth, because he was like touching my mouth, and then mummy's cheek and whatever. And he was sitting smiling, and I just thought, why are you so cute? And I got a wee bit like emotional, because I just thought, this is what they mean, like just enjoying the smallest things, like just watching his wee brain just tick away as he's like touching my nose, and then he'd had his hand out, and I had opened my hand, and he was putting like, he was touching my hand, and you could just see him like he was so fascinated with it. And I just thought, the smallest things like that is what I should be sitting down enjoying. But it's like my head's like, stick to the schedule and blah blah blah, and don't do this and don't let him oversleep because then he'll do this tomorrow and the whole routine. And I'm just like, for fuck's sake, man, nobody tells you about shit like this. And I don't want to regret it later on that I've not spent that time with him. Like, no, it's not I've not spent the time with him, sorry, that was like the wrong thing to say, but enjoying that time. Even just wee things like that, because when he's older he's going to get to the stage where he's not going to want me to put him to sleep. He's not going to want to do wee silly things like that, like touch my face and my nose and like curry into me and whatever. And like I'll say to him, like, Mummy loves you, and Mummy loves Jack, Jack loves Mummy, and just wee things like that. I know it's silly, but it's nice to me. And I'm just like, oh, enjoy it. Like, don't worry about like fucking sleep schedule or whatever. Like, just sit back and enjoy it, because like me and my partner had already discussed, like, we don't want to have any more kids, and I really wish that a lot of people would listen to us when we say we don't, especially coming from me. The amount of people are like, oh, does it make you want another one? And I'm like, no. And they're like, oh, you say that, then you get 18 months or whatever. And I'm like, look, honestly, like, that's mentally, I cannot do that again. That is a lot. That fucking beat the shit out of me. It's really hard, and I physically wouldn't be able to do that again. And I'm really glad I got the help when I did. When I speak to a lot of people as well, like, I say to them, like, if I hadn't found that help, I probably wouldn't be here. But I shouldn't need to explain that to everybody when they ask me about if we're having other kids. Like, if we're having more, like, no, I physically and mentally, more mentally, I can't do that again. It's too much for me. I can't do it. I can't do it. I am more than happy to give like all my love and all my money if you want. All my love, my kisses and everything to Jack. Like, I'm more than happy to do all that. Like, and if he asks when he's older, like, why we didn't, like, when he's older, then I'll explain to him like what was going on and whatever else, and that we were just more than happy to just have him. And it's just so much better, like, just to have Jack and spoil Jack and do whatever. But yeah, I just wish people would just take my answer and be like, right, okay, because I really don't want to go into detail about how, like, I really struggled, and if I didn't get help, then I probably wouldn't be here. So I just don't want any more. But yeah, I don't want to put down on this video because I just want to go and get washed, put some new pyjamas on, maybe watch some stuff on TV. Sorry, I thought Jack had made a wee noise there on his baby monitor. But yeah, I also did try to make a postnatal depression video. I think it was on Tuesday, but I tried twice to make it, but I wasn't really happy with it. So I'm going to work on that a wee bit more. And I'm thinking about a labour video as well, because there's quite some funny stuff that happened during like my labour and that, and I think I should do that. So I think what I'll do is I'll keep a couple of wee notes for the postnatal one, and maybe do the labour one first, because that one's fine, like, I can go through that, no bother. But postnatal depression, I think I really want to work on that one, because I think it would be a good video, and obviously it's good to video while I'm going through the help just now. So yeah, I'll probably do that. But yes, I'm gonna go. I've got another wee bit of washing here I need to put away, then get a wee quick wash, new pyjamas on, and chill in bed. While Tiny Man is also asleep. Don't even know if I've got any snacks. I don't think I've got any snacks. Is he actually just woke up? You're fucking joking. No. Sweet Joby. Look at him. Yes, Jack sleeps on his belly as well, by the way. It's perfectly fine. He knows how to roll himself over. Oh, he was sleeping. You better go back to sleep. You're like totally opened his eyes there and was like, hey beat. Oh, I better back to sleep in a bathroom. It looks like he might be going back to sleep. But I don't blame him. If he wakes up, he wakes up because it's the heat anyway, so I don't blame him. It's a wee bit, like the baby monitor tells me like how hot and stuff it is in his room, and it's alright. But I'm gonna go, just in case he wakes back up. But yeah, try and do another wee video soon, and then do the labour one, and hopefully I can get together a good postnatal depression one. But we'll see. So I'm gonna go. See.